On here. I know I am doing the single thing today. I want to introduce you guys. I'm Nettie, known as Mom at Primrose Cottage Quilts and Stitches. As you can see, I'm flying single today. The girls are just crazy busy trying to get everything shipped out, and so I told them that I would try to get on here and entertain you guys for the next few minutes and tell you what's new in the shop and what we're going to be doing. So maybe I'll wait for just a couple more minutes to tell a few more people jump on. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Hi Linda, how are you? Um, it's been really hot. Oh my gosh, and I know it's just been really hot everywhere else in the United States. And hopefully, I was watching the weather this morning. It's supposed to cool down just a little. So, but we're excited. We're excited for the weekend. So, anyway, hello everyone. I just love having everybody jump on. Anyway, so I wanted to jump on. You guys all got the newsletter and the stitching newsletter today. We have a new bundle out, and oh my gosh, it's just adorable. It's this one right here, and I'll go through it. It's called Little Miss, and it's from Clothworks. It's got two main prints that are, oh my gosh, it's just adorable. I mean, look at these. Look at those little girls in that little house. That one comes like in a really dusty cream color, and then this one's got a pink. I don't know about you guys, but to see pink in Halloween is a little different for me, but the girls are loving it, and so I can't wait to see what kind of projects that they may put with that. Be really great for quilting and cross stitch. It also has, there's in the bundle, we have three different, and they have like little spider web prints right here. And the orange one has one too. You can't really quite see it. Really cute. It'd be really cute to use as background fabrics. Really fun. These ones, oh my gosh, I was cutting these out yesterday and I absolutely love it. They have teeny little spiders. I mean, I just looked at that and I was like, oh my gosh, it almost gave me the little creepy crawlies or whatever, seeing those little spiders. And then the last one was this one, and it has spiders also, but I just thought, oh my gosh, what beautiful prints that these would do to finish your projects, your Halloween projects, but also maybe a small quilt project too. So we have those in the shop right now. They were in the newsletter, and so today was the big day. You guys have made me feel so loved and just crazy. When Lindsay mentioned she wanted to do a stitch along with Mom, I just kind of like, oh, I don't know. I didn't know if that would go or whatever, but you guys just showed me your love and said absolutely that we're doing Give Greatly by Silver Creek Samplers, and it starts today. So I wanted to show you what I've got started, or what, I started a couple weeks ago, just because I wanted to make sure that, I stayed ahead of the game so you guys could see my progress and I didn't fall behind. So I can't wait until you guys post all your progress and everything. I wished I could be live and stitch along with you along the way, and I know we've got the Stitch Along Live planned at the end of the month, but oh, please leave your progress online and let us see it. They're so fun. But so here's mine. Isn't he just adorable? And the floss we're using all called for, and so that we chose, it's all DMC except for the snowman. They suggested we do the White Lightning by oh gosh, I can't remember, by Weeks Dye Works. And so, and I love it because you can just see the variegation. It is just beautiful. I just, oh, And isn't he just got the happiest little face? I got strings hanging. I just, you know me, I just love those snowmen and bunnies. And so we just wanted to go over, oh, Valerie, you are so sweet. Thank you so much for the super like. You guys are awesome. Um, anyway, so we we put out the little instructions, and I know that's looking backwards right now, but it is posted, and I'm Katie's on there, and she's linking things on there. But week 1 and 2, even though it don't have a 2 by there, it's 1 and 2. You guys have 2 weeks just to do the little snowman because he is a little bit larger. And then we move on to week 3. We go to sled and carrot, and it is just adorable. Week 4 is bunny. The week 5 is words and the snowflakes. So we left the easiest part for the last. And then on October 6th, we will have the finishing information of how we're going to finish it. We're not quite sure how yet, and so we will get that information out there then. We also, it's been, you guys have just rocked it with all your fun jumping on and doing this. We do have everything ordered to restock. We ran out of this stuff twice, and we ordered it. Everything should be coming next week, the first part of next week. And as soon as we get it, I know that Katie and Lindsay will do a post or let you guys all know that everything's restocked, and it'll be great for you guys to snag yours. We are thinking about doing another stitch along with Mom. We are going to be picking a new pattern and kind of get, make sure we can get the supplies and everything that we pick, and then we will let you guys all know. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. The girls are just, I hope we're able to get to all of them, or we can get them answered, but we'll try our best. Then I haven't had much time to work on some things. My life's been a little crazy and busy with some things going on, and so I've been having a hard time finding time to stitch. But I showed you this last week. It's one of Lindsay's little stamps, and it's the Squeeze the Day. It's I'm doing it for my best friend Kathy. She has a kitchen that she does all in lemons, and so I started this when we did our little road trip, and I jumped on there. Oh, I love you too, Emmy. I jumped on there this morning. I was up early, stitched for an hour, and got the rest of the squeeze and the little bit of the trims here. So I think it's turning out great. And the one thing I wanted to suggest too is when I decided to do this one, after me moving out of the shop, I don't have all that floss at my disposal just to go grab. I don't have a big stash at my new place, but I do have my great big stash of oral floss. And so I have it over here, but can't reach it. But I wanted to, I looked at the colors, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just pick out some of my oral floss that will make it bright and pretty. So you don't have to use what Lindsay has listed, but it can, if you've got the stash of floss and you want to start, and again, this was just a piece of scrap I had, and I just started it, and I love doing the little smalls. They're really fun, and we have a ton of different stamps in there in the shop. So the other thing that I've been trying to work on that I've showed you guys, and absolutely love these little birds. They're from Heart and Hand. I love them. And I do have a whole bunch kitted, like I've said before, and I can't wait until it gets a little cooler, because then I know I'm going to start the winter ones. But I wanted to show you my progress. I started the third one, which is quilting. So I have the stitching coffee, and it will be quilting. And then I want to frame it, and I think I'll hang it up in my new little place. But, and I've used kind of the called for, but then there's some that I don't have the floss, and I'm just like, you know what, I just kind of, as I go, I'm like, oh, what color is that going to be? I don't plan very well. I usually always use called for unless I'm in a pickle, and then I just kind of wing it. So it's turning out really cute. I'm loving it. It's on 25 count country mocha, which is, as everybody, I mean, everybody knows, Lindsay, it drives her crazy, I think, but that's all I ever like to stitch on, is just this, because I love the vintage look. I love the dark vintage, and it always turns out just beautiful. So that's my whips. Also, what kind of questions?
Okay, someone is asking how you're stitching your snowman to get the variegation.
Oh, good question. What I do is to get that variegation, so it's going back and forth. Normally I'll outline him, and I outline him first so I know where I'm going to go. But then oh, thanks, Sharon. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for the super like. But I literally make sure I go just back and forth, back and forth.
And you finish each X before?
Yes, you finish each X before you do your next one. Otherwise, it's not going to get that nice smooth variegation, and you want to go back and forth. I mean, that's how I liked mine. You could go up and down, but then he'd look like a big long snowman. So I think you're going to want to go back and forth to get that nice smooth variegation and finish your stitches. I do the sew method, and so I know that uses more floss doing it that way. We did put in the kits 2 of the flosses, we did 2.
Oh, we did.
We did 2 of the flosses, and I'm positive you'll have plenty. Mine, where I do the sew method, I'm gonna be really stretching it, but I think I'll be able to get it. So just be really careful of how you're stitching it. Make sure you go to the very last bit of stitch, and I think you'll be perfectly fine. I am doing it again on 25 count country mocha, and I am in love with this guy. I just can't get enough of him. I just think he is adorable, and I can't wait to get him finished and put him up for the winter in my home, because he is just absolutely adorable. So
another question was, are there going to be autumn stamps?
I don't know. We never like to say yes for sure, because sometimes Lindsay will surprise us, and all of a sudden they're out there when she sits there and she thinks that she's done doing the stamps. But I'll have to pass that on. We'll have to pass that on and tell her, because maybe she can whip something up. I know I'm leaving to go out of town. Her husband's going out of town, kind of funny, with me. But we planned an adult Disney trip, because our tickets are going to be expiring soon. And Lindsay felt like that she wasn't able to go. And so, but Brandon really wanted to go. So he's going to go with me and Katie and her husband. And so maybe this weekend, when she's relaxing, maybe we'll get her to do something, hopefully. So, but.
And then.
You guys have questions out there? I'm hoping.
What is the sew method?
The sew method. It's let's see. I don't have a needle in any of my stuff. When I do the sew method, I do it in hand. I don't hoop my stuff. And so it's easier to do it in hand. And it's like a running stitch. You know, you just kind of run. I do the sew method. I don't sit there and put it in and pull it out and put it in and pull it out. I don't honestly do that. It just takes me so much more time, and I just don't enjoy doing it that way. And that's one reason, or one way I can go really fast is I was just taught how to do the sew method. I don't know how else to explain it. There's some time that I think that maybe Lindsay can tape me doing it, and you guys can kind of watch and see how I do the sew method. Or you maybe could YouTube it and just, there might be somebody, I think Lori Holt did a little thing about sew method, because honestly I think she does it too. So you might want to see if you could you know, maybe YouTube it and see. If not, we'll see if we can think of something to do. So any more questions?
No.
Not right now. Well, I think, oh, a couple more things. So we are starting we're starting a new thing with the 13 Spooky Smalls. The girls have decided we are going to do a 13 Spooky Smalls sew along. And so this is you're gonna be seeing this in some of the posts, and it will have all the information. It is going to start on September 13th to October 13th, and it don't have to be anything out of the book, but you know, if you want to do something out of the book, that's great. If you're already, you know, doing something or you have something in mind, jump in. So what I've picked, because I did some of the samples and stuff for the book, so I'm picking I'm going to pick one of Katie's and one of Lindsay's, and as you know, I love my coffee. And so I'm going to do Wicked Without Coffee, and that one is Katie's, and I cannot wait to do that one. And then the other one I'm going to do is Lindsay's, is My Broom Runs on Coffee. I absolutely have to do these two, because I think I'm going to try to create a little coffee bar in my new place. So when people come and they are visiting or whatever, they're welcome to have a coffee and see the fun, cute things. I've never had a coffee bar, or, you know, I want to set up a coffee bar with a cocoa bar so when the grandkids come and stuff. So that's my two that I'm going to commit to. They told me I had to commit to it and stick to it in my busy life now. So I'm going to really try. So hopefully you guys can jump on the 13 Spooky Smalls sew along with us, with me and Lindsay and the other girls, and it's going to be fun to see everything that everybody comes up with.
So back to the snowman.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
They want to know how you get such good variegation, because you don't use the loop method where you knot your thread.
No.
Can you explain how you do that? How you knot your two strands at the end?
Here, hold on a second. Let me grab. So I actually have my board here, and so I have you know, this thread comes in one great big strand, and as you can see, I can't do one great big strand. And I don't like just to go so much and cut it. I like to have it all even. So I undo the whole thing, and then I you know, I curl it back and forth, and then I cut the loops off, and so each of my strands are the same size. See that? They're all the same size. So when I'm ready to stitch, I grab one, and let's see, I'm sorry, let's see, I gotta put my glasses on. I'm blind without my glasses. So let me put them on here. So let me just pull this apart. Let's see. So I take my two, This is how I do. I take my two things, and then I take my handy dandy needle. Okay. So I have my little towel, and you know, and I'm not the, what should I say?
She's
I
naughty.
I'm a knotter. I do my knot how my mom and my grandma taught me how to knot. I put it around my finger and you know, make my little knot, and there it is. And then I hold on one second. I'm gonna do a little thing here so you guys can see. I'm just gonna cut a little piece off here that I know I'm not gonna use. Okay. So I've just cut a little piece off my little thing here. And so I just start it. I just poke it where I'm going to put a hole. And if you can see, the knot's right there. And then I'm just going to go up. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to start my little sew method. So I'm just going to go it up. And then I've got lipstick on, and now this thread has lipstick on it. So this one won't be used. That's the one thing, is when you're wetting your thread or anything, you gotta make sure you don't have lipstick on. So
there is a tutorial from Fat Quarter Shop on the sew method.
Yeah, tutorial. I don't know if you can hear Lynn's, and that's just how I do it. And I'll just keep going back and forth. Like I'll start here, and then I'll flip it around backwards because I want my stitches all to stay the same direction. I'm so sorry. I'm not very good at trying to explain these things, and maybe it's something me and Lindsay will have to do a little tutorial.
Yeah, where I can get close in and show you guys how the sew method. But if you don't want to do the sew method, you can still get the variegation by going in and out.
In and out.
In and
out.
out.
Absolutely. Like if I was just to go, like, you know, what Lindsay and the other girls do, I just hate having to try to find that hole. This way, if I do the sew method, I don't have to go behind the back and try to figure out, oh, no, wrong hole. Oh, no, wrong hole. If I do the sew method, like right now, I'm having a hard time finding that hole. And so it just takes me longer. And so when I do the sew method, yeah, this is going to be messed up because I can't find that hole. My needle is always in my cloth. And so see, I just kind of weave it to where I can see that hole. And then I just go, yeah, this is totally messed up.
It's okay. But to get the variegation, if you don't want to do the sew method, you can still just knot your fabric like she showed. And I
just knot it and do like any other thread. But like I say, you want to just make sure you just go back and forth. And make sure you keep going back and forth. You never want to all of a sudden go, oh, well, I want to go down and do this stitch or this stitch here. I'll just do that. I always keep it back and forth.
And somebody else asked, where did you start?
Where I started, like I said, I started off with, let me fold him up here. So, okay, so on his face, I outlined him. And then what I usually do is I outline him, and then I did his carrot, his eyes, his little cheek, and his mouth. I got that all in. And so then when I started filling in the white, that's when I just started going back and forth. And then yes, I jump, and I'm a jumper. And so I jump, or you can tie off and whatever, but again, you just want to go back and forth. Same with all of this. I outlined the white of where I needed to go, and then I did my brown for his arm, and then I started going back and forth with my white. And so then I was able to do his scarf. I got his scarf all done. And then I outlined his little side arm or his little side belly here, and then I did the back and forth. And so it wasn't like I went clear over, back and forth. All I did was I did his face, and then I outlined his little body here. I did his arm, and then I did the white. And then I made his scarf, and then I outlined that and did his belly. So that's how I did it, and I feel like it turned out really well. But that's normally how I cross stitch. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's how I did it. So, any other questions on this little guy?
I don't think so, but somebody said, any new Christmas in the works
for cross stitching? Yes, there is. There is a few things that are going to be coming up. Lindsay's supposed to be getting some things ready for me to start stitching, and I know she's got friends stitching. So and I think Katie's got a couple of new things that are really adorable. And so, yes, there is going to be some things. So
October releases.
October releases. See, I'm always new to this show too. But anyway, so
okay, I think that's it.
Okay, so anyway, on to the quilting. We had one more thing. Lindsay did do a release on her flags. So she did the new release, and I believe it came out yesterday, but it is in the newsletter, and so they are on sale in the shop, and right now they're only PDF. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love this one. Look how pretty and adorable. This one is, I love it. I've got to find time. I've really got to find time to do her stars, because what I want to do with my dad's things in his service, and then there is somebody else that has done a lot of service and stuff that I want to do some things for him also. And but these are, look, these are the ones, the first 3 that were released. This is the new one.
No, these are all the new. You get 4 new flags on this release.
Oh, you get 4 new flags on this release.
Yeah, all new.
Okay, so they're all new. So, oh my gosh, they're in the shop. It's flags on the 4th, and so on the 4th of every month, Lindsay has dedicated to release a flag.
Stitching flag.
Just stitching a flag. And so she'll be stitching a flag on the 4th, and she did just release this beautiful guy. So hopefully you guys will be able to jump on and grab one, and you know, you can use the suggested colors that she has, because that it is beautiful, very, very beautiful. But also, I think if you've got stash and if you like brighter colors or whatever, go for it. I think anything will be really beautiful in that. So that's a fun one.
Everyone said thank you for explaining your method.
My method and
the snowman.
And sometimes, like, when I start a piece like that, it's like, where do I start? And I know a lot of ladies will start at the bottom of their project. I'm a top starter, and I work myself down. And so, yeah, my pleasure letting you guys know how I do all that. Like I say, I don't know if there's a wrong or a right way, and most likely I probably do it the funny way. So who knows? But I just we'll move on to the quilting. It's Free Pattern Friday tomorrow. We've been a little late to the game, getting some things done, because as you know, with the expo we did, it's just been really crazy. So we've been just really working our tails off trying to get these things out for you guys. Free Pattern Friday is something that me and Lindsay started when we started our business 5 years ago. And we did it for like 3 or 4 years or something, and then we took a year off, and boy, did you guys come back and say, no, we want this. And so we've just decided this is something that we'll probably always have, and we absolutely enjoy doing. And so Lindsay always tries to come up with a new pattern every month, and we sell the kits, and then on the second Friday of every month, we she puts it in the newsletter. You get the pattern, and the newsletter is the quilting newsletter that comes out on Fridays, every Friday. And so on the second of the Friday, that's when that will download into your email. And so I want to show you what we're doing, and we will be shipping. We've been shipping out the kits yesterday and today, and you know, we apologize, we are a little late, but hopefully you guys will get it and you'll love it. So this is the new pattern. I don't know if you guys can see this, but oh my gosh, it turned out so beautiful with the leaves.
Can you go back a little, Mom?
Yep. Can you see that? So just kind of, but it's got the 4 leaves. I love how they come together in the middle, and the fabric is, oh, I just love this wine color. It is so beautiful. It's called Always Autumn. It's a 28 by 28 finish. The fabric is called Slow Stroll, and it's from Moda. It is so beautiful. The kit comes with the backing, and I just love it. I love how Lindsay did a color background, and it's got the little color background that's just absolutely beautiful with these wine colored fabrics, and then these adorable little acorns. I absolutely love the flower. Everything about this fabric is just adorable. And so again, it's called Always Autumn. It will be in the newsletter tomorrow, where you guys can download it. We do have kits still available in the shop. You might want to go in and grab one while you can. I know they've been selling pretty fast. And so, and I'm sure, you know, Lindsay's going to take some beautiful pictures, and you'll see it online also. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys is we are doing it's a Halloween mystery quilt. This is the bundle. It's a Halloween mystery quilt. It's going to be a 40 by 40 piece. It's called well, I don't think we haven't named the quilt yet. The fabric we're using is Bad to the Bone. So this is everything you're going to get. It is a quite large, there's like, I was cutting it out yesterday. There's like 12, well, there's 11 cut pieces. So see, there's 11 cut pieces. So it's a pretty good hefty size. And then it has the little charm pack. And so since it's really large, we decided that it's going to be an option if you want a backing or not. So we will sell backing if you want it. If you don't, that's okay. But that option is in there. Also, if you do it and you buy the kit, then it's going to be a mystery sew along, and if you buy the kit, you get a mystery gift. And so I think you guys are just going to love this. I've got it all done. It's all quilted and ready to just show and display. But it is beautiful. The one thing that we did have to change when this starts, we were hoping to have it ready so you guys would have it all in your possession, so you could start cutting it next week. But we are actually going to move the cutting date 1 week further out. I believe Lindsay and Katie will put that information either in a newsletter or you know, make sure that everybody knows that the cutting instructions and everything will come out 1 week later than what we anticipated. So if you have any questions, again, you know, you can email or message Lindsay about the quilting. Katie does a really great job about doing the questions on the cross stitch. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else. Is there any questions that
somebody asked if they order a quantity of 2 fabric cross stitch cloth, is it a continuous cut?
Yes.
But
yes.
please make a note on your order that you want a continuous cut.
Yeah, because it's best if you make a note for the cross stitch fabric. If you want a quantity of 2, make a note in there that you do not want it cut, that you want it to be 1 full piece. And then that way the ladies will make sure you get that 1 full piece. So
somebody asked, is there enough fabric in the kit to starch if they want to starch the fabric?
Yes. Lindsay has always been very generous with our kits. What we usually do is when I test it, she'll cut all the pieces out, and I always have plenty of fabric if I make a little mistake, or if I do want to starch it, there's always plenty of fabric in there. And so anyway, so thank you, Barbara.
Barbara,
she
said she wants your hands and nails.
Oh, thank you. I take after my grandma I was named after. I was named after my grandma, and her name was Nettie. And she had these long nails, not long fingers and nails, and everybody in my family is like, you need to be a piano. You need to play the piano. You've got the long fingers. You could play the piano. So of course my mom jumped on the bandwagon and got me in piano lessons. And did I like it? Absolutely not. I didn't. But what is so awesome is I have a little grandson. Katie's little boy is learning how to play the piano, and he is so amazing. He is just amazing. And speaking of him, his name's Dylan. I just love this little guy. I love all my grandkids, and each one of them do so many special things and makes my life so much happier. But the Spooky Smalls, Katie showed him the book, and he absolutely loved it. He was like, you guys rocked it. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful, Mom. And so she was explaining to him that we were going to do a spooky sew along. And so he goes, I want to do one. And he has cross-stitched a couple of little projects. And so he has picked one to cross-stitch. And he has picked this one here, the little stack of pumpkins. That's Katie's, or no, Lindsay's. And she says he already has the little orange pumpkin done up here. And so I get to see him tomorrow. And he was texting me yesterday. And I told him that I am so excited to see his progress. And not only that, he is practicing all of his songs on his piano. So he's wanting to show me what he's learned and everything. But I told Katie, once he gets done, we are definitely going to invite him at one of me and Lindsay's stitch-alongs, or, little stitch sessions live, and he's going to get to come and show you guys his progress and what he did, and you guys will love him. He's just the cutest little guy, and he just loves everything we do. He's just super cute. Anyway, any more questions before we...
What fabric did you use on your snowman?
I used the 25 count country mocha. Lindsay let me do that. You can tell she's back here laughing and talking. I had to wave her in. It's like, come on, you got to get in here and help me out here. Anyway, we wanted to go with, let's see. Let's do the winners for last week's giveaways. We have one winner that was the Ellis for Leaf. Right here. This was one of Lindsay's new little releases. Not just adorable. I double batted it, and so it's so nice and stiff. So if you're gonna put
it'd be great on your coffee bar.
Yeah, it would be really, really cute on my coffee table or bar or whatever. And I might have to snag this one. I've been telling the girls that all the fall stuff's mine, but anyway, we'll see if they'll let me. So anyway, the winner of the L is for Leaf is Beth Welch. So just go ahead and email Emily your information, your mailing address, and everything, and what item you won. and what item you won. And so Beth Welch, you won the leaf, the kit for Ella's for Leaf. And just also everybody, we still have some of these in stock. You can jump online and in the Etsy shop and you can buy the kit or you can buy the new pattern. So
somebody, we are not sold out of the free Pattern Friday kit. I'm putting in the link right now.
Lindsay says we are not sold out of the free Pattern Friday kit. She will link it now. I'm going to just show you one more time. And if you can see, it's got a similar leaf in this one. And so this is the free Pattern Friday kit. And I did tell them that this is going to my place. So I already called it. I'm hoping that it will get to walk out the door after Katie or after Lindsay takes pictures of it today. So the other giveaway last week was we were giving away my pattern, my sew along pattern, the Give Greatly, and that one is going to go to Kathy Strud, Strud. Again, make sure you email Emily and let her know what you won and your address, and they will get this mailed out to you promptly. Okay? So we had such a sweet donation from one of our really sweet followers and customers. She's donated some things so we can give them away, and we are going to do 3 of the books of the 13 Spooky Smalls. So there's going to be 3 winners, and so we're gonna, in a minute I'll tell you what question. And then also for the quilting friends out there that just like to quilt and stuff, we're gonna do the free Pattern Friday kit. And so you're gonna get a free Pattern Friday kit, and we just pick it will be just one, and we just pick them from random. Lindsay does a little electronical pick. And so to answer my question, you're going to want to answer the question in the YouTube questions, not on this one. And so tonight we are going to dinner, me and a friend, and Lindsay and Brandon and Emily, and we're going to go to a really good restaurant called Maggleby's. No, not Maggleby's.
Yes.
Is it Maggleby's? Oh, yes, sorry. My brain. Maggleby's. And they just have delicious food. And so my question is, when you go to a nice restaurant like that, when they say soup or salad, do you prefer soup or do you prefer salad? I, for one, I love salads. I mean, I love my soups, but it's always nice to get a really fresh salad. And then, I don't know, let's go even further. If you're going to go to a nice place like that, there's always really good desserts. And so are you going to pick a pie or are you going to pick a cake? And I have to say, I love pie or cheesecake. And so you'll have to let me know what you guys all like. I think my favorite pie is cheesecake, but I do like just plain cheesecake. But I don't know, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to having a night out with the girls and enjoying ourselves. It's been a while since we've done that, and so we're going to get to do that tonight. Again, just leave your answers or comments in the YouTube comments. Lindsay will link things in there, whatever we need to link. I hope that we've answered your questions and everything, and I haven't gone too far off of the thing and been too crazy. I've enjoyed doing this by myself for the first time, and you guys always make me feel so welcomed and loved, and I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and you get a lot of stitching and sewing and everything in. I know I'm going to try to stitch on the way to California, but I know it's going to be my last trip to Disney. I'm going to spend it a lot with Katie and do a lot of fun shopping that I know that I want to get some really fun things that I've been putting off. So I just want to tell you guys how much we all love and appreciate everybody and everything that you guys do and support our family. It just makes my heart sing, and I am just so happy and thrilled that you guys, we just loved having you a part of our family. But have a great weekend, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.